All right, so we're going to start with Star Racing Yamaha here. We will start with the 2022 champ, Eli Tomac. 7 wins, worst finish of 7th. What do you guys think? Justin, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, I talked about this. I think that he arguably had the greatest season ever next to any season Ricky did this past year. We all talked about it. He's finally having fun. He's loving to ride his dirt bike. He's not dealing with all the crap. But I do think that we're going to find out early if all that racing he did in 2022 is going to catch up with him, not mentally, physically. He's not a spry chicken anymore. He's going to be 30. He's either going to be 30 or he already is 30.
Welcome to the 30s, Eli.
Wait
till you get out of bed.
I feel like we're going to find out by round 5 or round 6 if physically he's just like,
I don't
hey.
think that's an issue. Physically, it's not an issue.
I don't think so either.
Dude, he raced a lot in 2022. And he had the craziest season. You guys can say that all you want, but you hit 30, and you just said it. Your body doesn't recover as quickly anymore. I don't care who you are.
Brayton would be begging to differ.
Has Justin Brayton won a championship? Does Justin Brayton ride outdoors anymore?
You do realize that between Des Nations and Cardiff, Tomac did not ride.
Eli Tomac also
doesn't matter. He's still training.
He's up in the mountains putting special sauce in his veins, dude.
Look, guys, you can say whatever you want.
I don't know about that one.
You can say whatever you want, but history says otherwise. It's eventually going to happen. He's not Superman.
I mean, it will happen. And you don't
think outdoors played a lot on his... Dude, we talked about this. How many times did he come off a moto and we have never seen Eli gassed, and he was gassed. He was done. He was sweating. He was catching...
Yeah.
It's because he's old. So you guys can say whatever you want, and I know he's only doing Supercross.
You know what I would give to be 30 again?
Whatever.
He's Supercross only, am I right?
We'll see.
Yes.
We'll see.
Right now.
We'll see.
And I think he's got, 2 years left in him?
The big question, and they talked...
Right. I think he'll be all right.
They talked about this on the SMX Insider episode 2, is if he qualifies, which we all figure he will because he'll do well in Supercross, if he qualifies for the playoffs, the super duper motocross, is he going to come ride those? That's the big question.
I think if he is killing it in Supercross and he wins a Supercross title, especially with the new thing of Jet coming up and riding 450 outdoors, it gives him another new challenge. The battle he had with Chase Outdoors, I think it gives him a reason.
Yeah.
But if he struggles in Supercross and he doesn't win the title, I don't think he rides outdoors at all. I just think it all depends on how Supercross goes, because I firmly believe if he wins another championship, he's gonna race outdoors. Because he looks at Jet as now we have this new person. Hey, I was taken to the limit by Chase, had the craziest battle he's ever had outside of that 2013 season in 250s with Kenny. I think it gives him motivation, but if he struggles, I don't see the motivation there. But I still think he's going to be a title contender. I still think he's going to get wins. He's going to be one of the few guys. But I just think that you guys are all underestimating the fact of how much of a toll 2022 was on his... He won 2 championships. He won the MX of Nations. He went and did Cardiff. That's a lot, dude. It's a lot of racing for a 30-year-old man that is what? Missed 1 season his entire pro career? Mm-hmm. There's not many people you can look back and say
that says a lot to it, too, of his durability.
It does, but at some point your body doesn't recover. I don't care how many roids you're taking. I'm not saying Eli's taking them because he's not.
Oh, boy. Here we go already.
Well, if he...
And we're canceled.
Okay, yeah, we're going to go down this path, but... Like HGH, right? That's
just a human...
That's recovery.
That's normal.
That's for recovery?
Yeah.
Why the fuck not let these guys use that kind
I
of
think
stuff?
you should.
Oh, God. We don't need to go down this road.
Anyway,
We've been down this road
Everybody
enough
blood
times.
dopes, man.
So anyway, okay, moving on to the next person on Star
hang
Yamaha.
on.
Oh, boy.
I can't just be the only person that has a take on that.
Hand your point over.
What?
I got one right here. Hand it off.
Okay, there you go. I can't just see. That's the one thing he was talking about. We got to do it different. I can't just be the only person.
We just had a conversation.
But he didn't really sit.
I didn't really.
Okay, all right, go ahead. Sorry.
All right, what's your
I
point,
thought we had all
This is
made
why
our
I was
points.
trying to get our
Okay,
our
look,
down,
just-
and
what's
he-
your point?
Look,
he shut me down right
talk
now.
What's your point, buddy?
Talk before I turn your microphone off.
What's
and we
your
move
point,
on.
bud?
Nobody is going to mention that he's going to be on an all brand new bike.
I'm not concerned about that.
You're not concerned about that at all.
Dude, him and Dylan both, like, you want to know why Dylan didn't go to France? He wanted to ride the 23. They told him no. He's like, fine, fuck it.
It don't matter. It don't matter until that bike's racing. They can look as good as they want on the test track.
I think
don't
it is
know.
going to have
Eli
its
wanted
struggles.
to do it too, and they told him no. So
I think it is going to have its struggles because you still haven't gone through what is it like at race pace for
Yep.
X amount of minutes.
Yeah,
well,
and they're
I
all
mean-
like blitzing these whoops. Bike looks good in the whoops. Bike looks good in the whoops. I haven't seen one cupped out set of whoops yet.
Yeah, it's all great when it's Insta bangers and everything's nicely
my
manicured
point.
and shit.
My exact point.
No, I agree.
we'll see.
I
We'll
agree.
see.
So I think they struggle with those bikes for 2-3 rounds. But if anybody can figure it out, it's Star Yamaha.
Hopefully the starts don't struggle, though, because, man, Eli's starts were good. We know Dylan's suck, but Eli's starts were good. But that's going to be a problem, though, because that was like one of the main reasons why he won 2 championships, because his starts were better than ever.
Well, that segues right into my next guy, Dylan.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Dylan, best finish last year, 3rd out at Detroit. Worst finish of 16th at A1.
Fastest dude that gets shitty starts.
Dude, literally my note. Will be balls fast at times. Need starts bad. All caps.
So I will say that I think Dylan will probably at the end of the year, if he makes it through, because he got hurt in Detroit, and then we never seen him again.
Like 87 other people, but
Yeah,
we'll get to that because
that
that
was a
note pretty
terrible
much for everyone.
Do you agree or not that he actually passes more people this year than anyone else? Because his starts are going to be so terrible.
I agree with that. I mean, every good ride he had was, he got podiums. That sound great and all, but he literally came from 7th, 8th every time.
And he did the same thing, though, in his outdoor season in 2021 when he won his title.
Yep.
All of his wins came from the back of the pack.
And
I just hope he makes it through Supercross.
I know, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Because that'll make outdoors
Oh,
better.
it will. It will.
Yes.
But yeah, so you guys agree? So do you agree with that? He probably, if he makes it through the whole season, he passes more than anybody else.
Probably.
I don't see anybody
I have
else.
high doubts of him making it through the whole season, though. He struggles at Supercross. Villeman on Pulp the other night was literally like, he's not great at Supercross.
Which is the stupidest thing because he has 2 Supercross championships on
I mean, you can say it's the
In the 250
stupidest
class,
thing.
You can outwork people in 250.
Yeah.
Well, then we gotta take away AC's 250 title.
I mean, yeah, it's, I don't know.
I mean, he pretty much got that title handed.
Oh, he did.
So
I mean,
Well, struggling
you are
is
correct.
relative.
He has 2 250 titles. And yeah, struggling is a relative term compared to Eli Tomac and Cooper Webb and Ken Roxon and those kind of guys. He struggles in Supercross.
Which is weird because on any given day, speed for speed, I'll take Dylan over those guys. If you tell me just one lap heater, maybe outside of Kenny's opening sprints, Dylan, I think, is the fastest guy. AC didn't do that last year.
it's a French thing.
It is. It's really weird to think of how fast Dylan is and how technically sound he is, but yet his starts are terrible and he has not won a Supercross championship yet.
It doesn't surprise me that he hasn't won a championship.
It surprises
I don't
the hell out
see
of
him
me.
winning a 450 Supercross.
And you got to say the same thing about AC then, because AC, all you got is speed.
I'm not gonna
AC 's
argue
a
about
modern
AC
Dean Wilson, dude.
right now. We'll get to AC in a second. All right, so I mean, does he get on the box again this year?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he goes on the box. Does he go down in the first turn, have Sexton come around to lap him, and then just gap the leader?
Yeah, that makes once again. That's
They just
what
run with him.
That's what I mean. That makes no sense right there. Like, who can you think of in recent history that does that outside of Stu?
It'll be interesting to see how it goes because he's not working with DV anymore.
He hasn't worked for DV in a while though.
Last year was when they broke up, and they broke up because he was pissed off that, or he wasn't. I don't know. Pissed is the wrong word. He's not. He wanted DV to be with him all the time and not work with anyone else. And David's like, yeah, I'm not moving back to Florida. Sorry. So, yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes with him not working with him.
I think it'll be
Could
fine.
be better.
It's just going to be a normal Supercross season.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. So, last person on the Star team, though, Justin Cooper. Going to ride select 450 rounds.
We'll see.
Select. You don't think he's going to ride any rounds?
He's been riding the 450, and Cole and me were talking about this before he got here. We'll see how that goes. I
think it'd be good.
think if he does, I think he'll be good. I agree. I think he'll be good, but I'm not convinced that he's just gonna do it.
He whole shots every single race he's in because his starts are fucking fantastic.
I think he really wants to win that 250 outdoor title, and I think. No, go ahead.
Yeah. So Justin Cooper on the 450, in my opinion, I think he'll be pretty good. He'll get the good starts. He'll, he looked pretty good in the whoops for being a shorter kind of dude.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like the getting your feet wet, doing a couple rounds instead of doing a whole season.
But my thing is okay, Star, and they talked about this on Gypsy Tales yesterday, so I'm gonna sound repetitive here. If for anybody who's listened to that stuff. Star is the last team that can complain about not having space for him, okay? Yeah, I mean, dude, you've got 87 freaking riders.
Yeah, the 250 team is going to be the biggest one in history.
You're already paying the mechanic. You're already paying the rider. Cool. He doesn't get all the testing time that Eli and Ferrandis do. Great. Perfect. Awesome. Why can his bike not be on the truck with his guy going to these damn
Well,
races,
it's gonna be.
but only select ones.
Yeah, because
Why can't it just be all season?
It's a budget thing. I guarantee it's a budget thing. He's still on a 250 budget, so he can. They budget out his mechanic salary, his salary, etc. Probably for 250 West Coast. Because when he signed his deal,
All right, okay, I guess that makes sense.
They probably budgeted him out for a 2-year deal, right? So that's all the budgeting side of things.
Yeah.
He's sitting in there, and they're like, okay, well, fuck, you pointed out we don't have any because we've already got this money allocated.
But how much budget does it cost really for a hotel room and 2 flights to 8 other rounds?
Well, you know, when you're paying
probably a lot more than
10 grand?
well, also when you're
probably
probably
out of
paying
what they got.
when you're paying an amateur probably $100,000 a year.
Yeah. So that's my belief behind the scenes.
That makes sense. I didn't honestly think about it like
He's probably gonna ride a 450
Don't touch
under his two. I didn't mean to play footsies with you. He's probably riding his 450 under his 250 guideline.
That makes sense. But then the next question is he going to do 8 rounds? Like he's going to do half of them, all the East Coast or something?
I think he
Like-
would have to come out and kill it at the first round that he did for him to be like, it's worth going and doing. Because I seriously think he wants to win a 250 outdoor title. I think that, like Dylan, I don't know if you guys heard the comment that Dylan, like, I want to win a Supercross title. I think that Justin Cooper has been so close to winning that 250 outdoor title for how many years now that I think it eats away at him that he has essentially thrown 2 of them away.
Just move to 450s, bro. Because I mean, I'm not. This is way off topic. I'm not saying he can't win an outdoor title.
Oh, I don't think he's going to win the 250 outdoor title.
But Joe and Hunter that's a tall, and then you got Tom Bial on top of that
And then
this
you could have
year.
possibly J Mart.
Yeah, that's a tall.
But
cast.
we
We'll
also
talk
were
about
talking about
J-Mart
this
at the end too.
We also were talking about this. J Coop's got a little swag in his step these days.
Yeah.
And the MX of Nations thing, like he came in as the underdog, and I think that he won that race for us.
He did.
He's
He
got
did.
some swag to him, and I think that he's like fine. Cole mentioned this before he got here. He's like, he's finally coming out of his shell. Mm-hmm. You know, it helps that he's got his billionaire girlfriend and their private jet and all that shit. But
Does anybody know what her dad does? Do you know? Because you would know this.
Googling it and
he's probably some
research,
hedge fund person,
I
probably.
think it was some kind of pharmaceutical.
Oh, shocking.
Oh boy.
it doesn't.
Oh,
well,
boy.
anyways,
we're not
that
going to
makes
get into
total
that.
sense.
And off we go.
he's got a little swag in his step, and honestly, everybody who watches the show knows I'm not a big J Coop fan, but I like when these guys come out of their shell. It took him a little while. It took him a while.
Yeah.
Love it or hate it, you got a girlfriend that's into Gucci, Louis Vuitton, whatever.
Which Justin Cooper is not that person.
You roll up in the Tesla, you got your Supreme shirt on, you got, you're dripping, essentially. Show your lifestyle. Take a video. People eat that shit up.
He has a vlog.
There was a Redbud Destinations vlog.
They also have one where they just did behind the scenes at the photo shoot.
And
they have a few.
And they were pretty good. Like
I haven't watched them yet.
Yeah,
They're not bad.
whoever edited the one for Redbud did a really good job on it. And then the new one I think was just his girlfriend walking around with the phone or whatever. But,
Okay.
no, decent behind the scenes kind of stuff. Like,
I had a thought about him yesterday. Is he?
was it in the shower?
No. Is he Joey Savacci like 2.0?
No, he doesn't have enough wins for that.
He's
He
got a
hasn't-
title.
How many wins did he get in that season, though?
I don't know, but
He's
Savacci
still-
doesn't
he's
have a
still got a
freaking title. He's
He
got
does,
a title.
but you can't compare that, though, because Joey, if you want to talk about titles, how many titles could have Joey have won off of how many wins he had?
Dude,
he has the one, and Justin Cooper probably wasn't the fastest dude.
Okay, so maybe not wins, but I will bet you Cooper has twice as many podiums as Savacci
I
does.
highly doubt that as well.
I mean, I'll look it up, but I will bet you.
And I highly doubt that he has.
Cooper has a huge amount of podiums. Like, they have talked about it at length on
that's fine.
lots of shows about, like, his starts to podium percentage.
I just don't think he's
huge, like
I don't think
Ryan
he's Joey-
Dungey numbers.
I don't think he's Joey 2.0 because I don't think that.
I was really meaning more off, like, his attitude towards social, because he's not huge on social. He doesn't.
That's where he's kind of turned.
He's
No, because
starting
they
to,
had a
but
different upbringing too. Joey was supposed to be the next big thing. MTF put hundreds of thousands of dollars to
I know.
him.
I know.
You're talking about J Coop, who
I was
came
really,
up-
really more talking about
No.
attitude, like dryness, like, with the media,
I don't
that
agree
kind
with
of
that.
stuff.
Hey,
Yeah, but you've got a fucking hard on for Joey, so we're not.
side note about Cooper.
Oh boy.
This is a little bit of, I don't know, moto knowledge. See if you guys know.
Okay, here we go.
Big historian. What number did Justin Cooper make his pro debut with?
That's a good question.
191.
Was it really?
191, baby.
Nice. I didn't. No
That was
idea on
the Dilla Mud Moto where he was winning for like what 20 some odd minutes or
I'll
crap?
have
Something
to,
like that.
I'll have to slide in his DMs or maybe slide in his chick's DMs. It'd be cool to have it a
Please do
191
not
jersey.
Slide in his
DMs.
chick's DMs.
Okay, that came off.
Please
really
do not
wrong.
slide
I
in
want a
his
jersey
chick's
with 191 on it. Because
I
my
highly
ass
doubt-
ain't ever going to be on a pro gate with
I highly doubt
191.
you're going to get
I
that jersey.
don't think you're gonna get that.
I asked him one time. He did DM me back. All right, so Justin Cooper story. We're going on a little bit of a tangent.
Oh boy.
I was like, hey, man, my number's 191. You know, I thought it was cool that you made your pro debut with 191. He responded back like, hell yeah, I could probably get one for you. And I was like, he's like, well, where are you at? And I was like, I'm in Michigan. You know, I'll be at Detroit and all that stuff. And he was like, yeah, man, I'll get you one at Detroit. And then I was like, I don't know how that's going to work, man. I saw the press release today that you're riding West Coast. And then he never responded. I might have it. I might be able to pull it up.
That would be
Probably not in
hilarious.
Right now. I'm not on the
I wonder if that
Starlink
was
yet,
a
but-
Moose.
Yeah, if you got that, we gotta send that to Donnie because he can put it in the video. It'd be awesome.
Yeah.
So, okay,